Thank you for joining me today. First of all, I know that I went through what this meeting is about in the session I had with each of you, but I'm going to explain that again. So today you have the opportunity to discuss the problem you have concerning the comments that was missed during the quality control. So apparently, tensions between coworkers create a hostile work environment and poor quality of work, and finding an agreement by the end of this meeting is for everyone's best interest. I am a neutral third party. I'm here to observe, and I want you to talk and explain your own perspective to each other without any interruptions. Once you both raise the issues that you have, we will go over those concerns one at a time to reach an agreement that you are both comfortable with. As we previously agreed, no one will leave this session until we have come to some resolution to the problem. Now, who would like to start?
I can start. So I think that what happened was I believe Sam missed one of the comments made by upper management, and that is the reason that we had a design deficiency. And I just think that as supervisor, I should be able to trust my team to be able to catch that kind of thing. And I'm just frustrated that he or she is blaming me.
You see, I feel like that's the problem right there is you not taking any accountability for yourself at all. And the fact that you can say in the same sentence that you're the supervisor and you're supposed to be looking over my work, anything that you approve. And so if there are comments there that were missed, even if I missed them, that means that you missed them as well. So I think that, the reasonable thing to do would be for you to take accountability for that as well and not just put all of the blame on me. I understand that like you're busy, but I'm busy as well. I'm the one who's actually drawing up the plans and carrying out the design. So because of that, sending it over to you and getting that proofread or that feedback, like that's something that I rely on as well. And so I think that right now I feel like I'm being attacked. Like how could this all be my fault and you feel like you have nothing to do with it at all?
Because I'm the supervisor, I don't do the design work anymore, and I haven't done that in a while. I'm supposed to be focusing on management. I have more than just your work to look over, so I feel like it should have been on you to look through all of it before you sent it through me. And you usually excel in all of your projects, so I didn't think that you would miss it this time. So I didn't pay any special attention to your work. So I think it should have been on you to look over it before you sent it.
But you know what, though, Kelly, I think that that's oversight on your part because if you're the manager and you're supposed to look over things before we get them approved, if something is missed, that's your error as well. That's an oversight for you as well. So, to put all of the blame on me, I just don't think that that's right because it's obviously something that you should be accountable for as well as the supervisor. And like now, you've put me in a position where I'm uncomfortable working with you. And like, I'm ready to leave this position because I don't want to work with somebody who is not going to take accountability for their part in a situation. And I guess I would feel differently about it if you were taking accountability as well. Then I probably would be more open-minded about it. But the fact that it seems like you're just completely blaming it on me, like I'm the only one who had access to it. Whether you do the designs or not, you're able to see the feedback. So I think that that's something that you should have caught as well.
Okay, so what I'm hearing here is that, so Kelly, I feel like you are kind of overwhelmed by all the work you have to do and all the projects that you have to review. And for you, Sam, I feel that you kind of have a feeling that you are not appreciated for all the work you put on each project, and that it is important for you to be seen as competent. So can you tell me, Sam, a time where you found that Kelly was really helpful to you?
I think that Kelly is very helpful. She can be very helpful when when we're working on one accord. Usually things go smoothly when I can send her my work, she reviews it, and that's that. Everything runs smooth. But for whatever reason, this time she's saying that she missed it, and now it's just being put back on me. And honestly, I feel like it's one of those things where we should agree that it's both of our error.
Kelly, what do you think about
I
what Sam just said?
I do think that I do appreciate Sam because all of the work that you usually do is excellent, and I know I can count on you. I just felt a little, you're right, overwhelmed that there I had all of this work and that there was this one that is costing our company this deficiency, this error is costing our company a significant amount of money. And that's the only reason I feel that upset. And I do think I can agree with you that maybe it was on both of our parts. Maybe we both should have looked it over. Or if maybe you felt that there was some sort of error that could have happened, we could have gone over it together.
Yeah, I think that us actually speaking with each other and going over it together would have been something that may have been beneficial had it had happened at that time. Now, I'm in a space where, like, because you've already reached out to, or you've already given your feedback to upper management that this is my fault. And so for me, I'm like, how are we going to move past that? Because now, I'm being reflected in a negative light, from your opinion of it being my fault.
Right. Well, because we have to redo it, maybe we can work on it together. And when we send it in, we can both take accountability for that work. Because we're going to have to redo this for free, and that's going to be incredibly stressful for everybody. But maybe we should work together more than we did previously. And when it's sent in, we can go to upper management together and maybe apologize again or something.
Okay, so Sam, do you think if you do some self quality control before submitting your work to Kelly and after you receive his feedback is going to be helpful?
Yeah, I would agree to that. I definitely can start to double check my work before and after submitting it, so that way I can be more sure before we
Okay,
actually carry out the process.
okay, that sounds good. And Kelly, do you think that if you can give each project a little bit more time to review and make sure you go over the details, and maybe if you are overwhelmed by all the projects you have, maybe talk to management to lower the workload for you? Is that something possible? Can you do something like that?
Yeah, I think that would be helpful to prevent me from feeling so overwhelmed because I feel like I do feel that a lot because there's so much going on. So maybe I can go to upper management and talk to them about that.
Okay, and Kelly, you said that you are gonna help with this project and redoing it. So I guess you're gonna be communicating a lot about it to make sure you don't miss any more comments and you do it right this time, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's recap what we have agreed on. So Sam, you agreed to do like self quality control before and after submitting your work for review to Kelly, right?
Yes, I can agree to that.
Okay, and then Kelly, you agreed to make sure to give every project enough time to be properly reviewed and carefully reviewed, right?
Right.
Okay, and both of you agreed to communicate as much as you need about projects to make sure that the final submitter is right and there's nothing missed, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so before we conclude this meeting, I want to ask both of you a question. Is there something that you want to add and something that you feel we did not talk about in this meeting?
No, I don't have anything to add. I just think that it's important that we all feel valued.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like Kelly said, she appreciates the work that you do and she thinks that you do a great job. And you said that Kelly was really helpful with other projects. So I think it's just this project and this comment that was missed and that created a little bit of tension. And we all agreed to have some new rules to go over before submitting any work. So I think if you guys respect those steps, it's going to be helpful in future projects. So what if those steps we agreed on today did not take place? What are you gonna do?
You
I
know what?
think
I
as long sorry, go ahead. You can go, Sam.
I'm not sure, you know, what would happen if the steps are not followed. I mean, it's one of those things where um, it's important, for us to be able to work together to actually follow what it is that we're laying down here and agreeing upon. Because if not, like, we'll, likely end up in the same situation. So we do need to work together, and these things are going to be like important components to us being able to do that.
Okay, Kelly, what are you gonna do if those things doesn't take place? If those steps that we agreed on, like the self quality control for Sam, and then giving each project enough time for you, and both of you communicating effectively, what are you gonna do if this doesn't happen?
I think as long as we work on our communication, because I think that within any company, it's important to communicate effectively. If we can just talk to each other about anything we might be feeling, like if I'm overwhelmed or if you think that I need to be doing a better job or just something like that, if we can communicate that effectively and work on our communication skills, I think it'll be okay.
Well, I think you both agreed on some terms that are gonna help you in future projects. So thank you so much for joining me for this meeting today. And I would like to follow up with you in about, let's say, 8 weeks. I will email you the details of the meeting to see if you are both available. And if you need to reach out to me before that, you can always email me. You guys have my email. You can email me and ask me about strategies to like resolve conflicts and how to proceed. So yeah, thank you again, and thank you for your time. And probably I'll see you in 8 weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice
All
day.
right. Thank you. Bye.